Okay, I think we are live now. It's a whole different type of thing, but it looks like we might be live.
Nope.
Kick him out. Kick him out.
Go. Come on. Go. Yeah. Go. Really wants to be with me.
Okay. And we might be live now.
Really?
Let's see here.
Are you sure?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. We are live now.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Cool.
Finally, we got this working. Okay, let me go to the control room.
I don't think it should be that difficult.
So, okay. So I'm gonna wait a minute or two for people to catch up with this. Maybe, yeah. Can I even click this old one?
Yeah. Nope. Hey, everybody, get everybody else on this one. This is a real one.
Yes.
Not like those other fake ones.
Okay. So long story short, what happened is YouTube has changed the way they do live streaming, and they used to go through all these third parties, and you can still do that, but they've kind of made it more difficult and awkward. So Google Hangouts, way to go now. Which actually people can join my Google Hangout, although I think some people that might want to join are at Nat. So we'll just keep it to the chat for right now. Let me go back over here. Can I see? Oh, yeah. What is this, April?
I see everybody.
The live stream. Okay. So we're going to be here for about an hour. So I was going to go to 1:30. So I guess 1:45-ish. Yeah. April's here, Mrs. Speedkeep Review. She's here to help kind of answer questions, make sure, or not answer questions if you want to answer some, but to keep things moving. Because the one thing I hate with live streams is when there's just awkward silence for a long time with someone just sitting there reading questions on the computer. So dead hopefully, air. Yeah, we don't want dead air. So yeah, so definitely leave questions in the comment section below, or to the side, because I think live streams are to the side. Now there's a couple questions that someone asked before. One was from it's Nuni, so hopefully that person's back, but I'll wait to see if that person comments.
We're not going to Paris.
Yeah. So 2 questions already that someone asked is if I'm going to Worlds and if I'm going to Michigan 2017. Neither of those. I already have gigs booked where I have to DJ or play at weddings. So these competitions need to be in advance, like posted. Like they need to today they need to post when Worlds 2018 is going to be, because we need to know where that's going to be, at least nationals next year. Okay. So
flights are really expensive to Paris. I'd love to go. We would love to go to Paris for sure. And then we've got to do the song once.
Live stream, do 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 do. Live stream, do 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 do. Live stream, do 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 do. Check the last Q&A for if you have no idea what that just was. Check the last Q&A. I think it was back in like March or something.
Yeah, I think it was around my birthday.
Yeah. Okay. Well, favorite food, favorite movie. I don't. Do I have a favorite food? I guess pizza.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh yeah, I have peanut butter jelly like
peanut
once
butter
a day.
And jelly is definitely
favorite movie. I don't know favorite movie. Though.
Your favorite movie?
Yeah.
Now?
I don't know. Hot Fuzz is pretty good.
I was gonna say Hot Fuzz. We watch Hot Fuzz like
anything by Edgar Wright is great. I haven't seen Baby Driver, but I've heard that's another really good one. When I visit India, if I get a chance to, I've no reason to fly out there.
I've always wanted to visit India.
Would I make a magnetic Megaminx or Square One? I don't really care for Megaminx or Square One, so no. I mean, if I have time, I'd do it. But honestly, if I have time, I'm gonna make a hexagonal dipyramid. So that's my next part. Maybe I'll make a magnetic hexagonal dipyramid.
I think my toothbrush is green. I don't remember the color of your toothbrush. I don't use your toothbrush.
No,
so mine's green.
Someone asked what the toothbrush was?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Noonie back? I don't know. Oh yeah, hey, okay. So, learning curve for Hoya. Thank you for asking it again. No, not really. I mean, if you know Hoya for 5x or 4x4, it's just switching it back over. There's a few other tricks you can do with the edges for like the center part. But no, the learning, it's just switching parts around. Someone, I don't know who it was, said use free slice. You can use free slice in Hoya, and yeah, people are completely, all free slice is, if you don't know, is where you're slicing to pair pieces up and then moving to the top layer and moving to the bottom layer until you get to the final 4. In Hoya or Yao, you do the cross edges first, but you can still free slice for those next 4 until you get to the final ones. So you can still free slice with those edges. You're just doing 4 instead of 8 of them. But no, the learning curve isn't really too difficult at all. It's honestly, Jahur Rubix was the one who told me to try Hoya for 4x4. And that night after the competition, I started doing it. And after like 4 or 5 solves, about an hour of solves, I was back to my Yao times. And then I decided I really liked it.
I love it when I hear you're like, I learned how to do this thing, and an hour later I was like a pro.
No. It's Hoya is a different way of doing like 4x4 or 5x5, but it's the same thing as like the beginner method. It's just moving parts around. So it's not like learning a whole new thing. Who's there?
Smell mop.
What?
Smell mop.
Smell mop who? That's gross. You are disgusting.
That's my joke.
Have I tried the Shangsho Legend 5x5? No, I don't plan on getting it either unless I just make a big order and throw it in there. It's not going to be a great 5x5, but it's a budget one. The layers are even layers, so it's good for modding. I mean, I don't know if it's better or worse than the Wind or the Aurora. I think, actually, I might... Casey Weaver, Twisty Tex, is making a 5x5 bump cube, and I think he's using the Shangsho Legend. I think. Maybe you'll correct me if I'm wrong on that. But so maybe I will have one. What's the best non-magnetic 2x2? Never stop asking me what the best cube is. There is no best.
If you keep asking what the best cube is, you don't watch the videos. That's how we know you don't watch.
So, okay. Really, like, you want something, I guess, controllable. So that could be a Weipo, that could be a Kung Fu, that could be Dian, still kind of relevant, Guoguan. Depends on what you like. But honestly, your times could be under 3 seconds on any 2x2 on the market, pretty much. Do I have any idea what SM means for the GAN Air SM? A few people who have gotten one say the plastic feels softer and the magnets feel softer. I almost want to say the plastic's not going to be any different because it's not just an easy thing for them to just get a bunch of new plastics. And I guess I don't know too much about molding things, but I'm going to assume it's just softer magnets and it's been lubricated in a certain way to where it feels softer. But anyways, what they said, it's something like that.
If somebody was bringing a cube to summer camp and it was Petaminx, do you think everybody else would be impressed? Is that impressive enough for summer camp?
If you take the time to solve it, that's impressive. But I have found, oh, dogs are barking. I have found that over all things, like just 3x3 seems to be most impressive because that's the one that most people have tried. Although 2x2 is fun because people go, oh, that's easy, and you hand it to them and they have no idea how to actually solve it. 2GR. What's 2GR? I'm drawing a blank on what 2GR is. What's my Pyraminx main? If I had a competition, I'd probably use the Bell, the Chi Bell one. Just I like the strength of those magnets, especially the tips are great. The dogs are in the other room right now. We're actually Hero's back for right now, so we've got 3 of them with us. But the way the camera angle is, it would be crazy. But just go on Facebook. There's often stuff on there. Color comparison between the Valk and the stickless GTS2.
Anonymous, how old are you? I don't even know your name. Why should I tell you how old?
Okay. I don't have them. Actually, I do. The stickerless are on there. Actually, I don't have a stickerless Valk. I just ordered a new one. But they're very similar. So these are the stickers of the Valk. This is the 5x5, and this is the sticker list of the GTS. White's the white. Greens is pretty much the same. Red is pretty similar, although a little bit brighter on the Moyu one. Blue's a little bit brighter on the Moyu one, but yellow's definitely brighter on Chi-Yi. I personally like the Chi-Yi ones. It's not super dark blue and red, so it's not like a half bright, but that yellow just stands out. After using that, the Moyu one just seems kind of dull. But that's the difference in those shades. So if I were to learn a new subset, new method after full, I'm guessing that means CFOP. Yeah. What do you recommend? Well, I recommend learning ZZ and Ru. ZZ is very similar, just learning edge orientation, and Ru is just fun to do. If you know full OLL and PLL, then definitely go learn some winter variations, some COLL. I've only learned a few. I've learned, like for winter, I've learned all the ones that have one corner misoriented. And for winter, I've learned all the ones where there's 4 corners twisted, misoriented.
That's a Pebble watch, right?
Yes, it's a Pebble watch. They don't make them anymore. So if you get them, they're actually really cheap. Yeah, they're actually really cheap. These were like $200, and I can find them for like $50 sometimes, depending on where you go. Because Fitbit bought them out, and but totally worth it to get it. It's great.
Dustin, I think you have synesthesia.
That's it.
He wants to know what your favorite color of the alphabet is. I think he's synesthesic.
I think it's
synesthetic.
Synestist.
It's too many for me to say correctly.
Yeah, I learned full OLL. Okay, one thing, I'm gonna make little videos where it's just me talking to the camera, little like 3-4 minute things. But don't, I'm gonna double negative here. Don't not learn algs because you're trying to figure out what's best. I get a lot of people who are like, is it worth it to learn something? Always. Why not learn full OLL? Also, if you are doing furious moves, it's always great to know how to do that. What's your favorite event other than 3x3? 3x3 is not my favorite event. As far as just solving 4x4, but I would say Furious Moves is by far my favorite event. Furious Moves is great. If you haven't done it, try it. It's not just solving and trying to get as few moves. It's incorporating like the inverse, so Nis, and throwing in commutators and block building. There's just so many routes to go with it. It makes it feel like a puzzle again. So if you haven't tried Furious Moves, try it. Cubingtime.com has Furious Moves now. If you don't know what that is, that's like a weekly competition. And you can just attempt pretty much any event. But they've got Furious Moves now, so it's a ton of fun.
I think my cat is sleeping peacefully. I'm not going to go wake her up and make her come say hi to you. Podiumed? What's podiumed?
Just meaning like first, second, or third. Nope, never have. Almost did Furious Moves, actually. At Gamma, I was 5th. And I think if I had a little more time, because I kind of started over.
Do you have a plan for the new cube mosaic?
No plan. I might do quick just switches of it instead of a big video once in a while. How long does it take me to learn Ru? Well, it depends on what you mean by learning it. I mean, over in like a few minutes, I learned the basic concept of what you do, because you make blocks, orient the top corners, and then it's algs for the middle layer. As far as getting fast with it, that also depends on what you mean by fast. I spent 1 month with it, and I had times under 20 seconds, but I don't know. That's a very vague question.
The number of cubes is always changing. I don't really see the point of always asking that question. Between giveaways or competitions, the number of cubes that are in this house are always changing. It's not something I keep track of.
Yeah, I use Hoya for 4x4. I just enjoy it a lot more. I've never tried to teach my parents how to solve a cube. There was something else I saw also. Have I ever done feat solving? No, never have, never attempted, don't plan on it. Thank you, Nilam.
We're kind of in the Mac family, just because we started a long time ago with Apple products, and now everything just goes so well together. For a while, Sean was kind of into doing some other things with PCs, but we're definitely more now in the Mac thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of too late to go back. I don't want to.
Yeah, anyway. And actually someone was saying about PC being better than Mac. As far as bang for your buck, you know, there's different things that you're paying for. There's benefits of PC and the benefits of Mac. I'm not saying one's better than the other. The amount of money you'd spend building something that's of the performance of like the low end Mac is pretty close to that price, but there's a lot more connectability and other things that they've added in with it.
We were born in 1986. That's the closest I'm going to get to answering your question.
Yeah.
You can do the math after that.
Yeah. As far as the Yushin Cloud, I say in the video about how they're pretty much all the same. Little differences in there, but they're pretty much all the same.
I think we should put a picture right above the camera so I feel like I'm actually looking at something or like a person, because looking at the camera is actually really weird.
You can put a little like face right there.
Yeah, something.
I have nothing to put right there. Just pretend it's like a robot and you're
Oh, that's not creepy.
Nope.
Actually, the whole idea is pretty creepy.
Yeah, we're
like in a
right
room
now.
in our house with the camera talking to ourselves.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Anyway. They do keep telling us to look forward, though.
I'm trying.
We'll try to at least have one of us looking forward.
Yeah.
At one time.
Lava Jacob says, "Do you think there'll be another WCA puzzle? If so, then what?" I have no. If anything, I think it's Mirror Blocks. Because that's been around for a long time. There's a lot of them out there. Because I feel like it's got to be a shape mod. The 2x2x3 could be, but it's just, you know, with the cheaty one that's starting to get big. So that's the only one that I can think of. Now, also WCA has no reason to add events, because I feel like they add events when there's a lot, like an outcry that we need it, or just to build popularity again. Cubing is like golden age right now. It's so popular and people are getting into it. So they have no reason to just add something.
We did try to do a Mario Kart tournament at one point because we have a Wii U and Mario Kart's like really the only game that I play, and it's super fun, but we couldn't get anybody to come to the tournament. We waited and nobody wanted to play with us.
Although about a year ago, there was a weekly tournament we did through the Speed Solving Forum, which was great. There was a one time it was me, DG Cubes, Derpy Cuber, and Sir Waffles all competing against each other, and it was so much fun. And then we all just realized we had things to do, and we couldn't do, like, I think it was like noon Sunday. Actually, the competition might still be going on every Sunday around noon or 1 o'clock.
We do not have a Nintendo Switch.
No, yeah. I would yet.
I think
we'll see what happens, because I might be going back to school. I don't know yet. So if that happens, you probably have no funds for a Switch. But if I don't go back to school, we might buy a Switch.
I'm thinking you're probably going to be going back to school at some point, either this upcoming semester or the one after that. And if that happens, yeah, no.
Two things real quick before it goes too far. Cubing 101, should you learn ZZ for OH? Yes. I don't think it's 100% better. There are things that make it really nice, and I've done ZZ solves that are just flow really well. The problem is that first EO and planning out that, I've had some ruined solves because I didn't plan out the full EO, or just that initial movement was kind of awkward. After that, though, it's really fun to do. So it's fun. Even if you don't use it, learn it. Why not? You've got time. The other couple of things. What are my thoughts on the new Chi 4x4? Okay, so that they're calling it the Thunderclap 4x4. And I heard some people get really saddened by that, as if the Thunderclap's a bad puzzle. The Thunderclap, remember, when it came out, was one of the biggest puzzles. And actually on speedcubereview.com, I think it's rated either first place or like right up there as the least catching of any puzzles ever. It flows really well. So maybe they're rounded and designed like that. But there's a mini one, so I'm super pumped about that. The Moyu one is super early prototype. It's not going to be released next week. It's early prototype, so don't feel like that's going to be coming out anytime soon, although I don't know completely for sure.
A euphonium player asked what your favorite brass instrument is.
What's that?
A euphonium player asked what your favorite brass instrument is.
Trombone.
Really?
Because
violin. You were gonna say that.
No, because violin bow is a lot. I've got that sort of muscle development already there.
Oh, okay. Mine is French horn, I think. I'm not good at it though.
Anonymous April already answered that.
I answered it like a lot.
We were born in 1986.
You can do the math, man or woman. person?
Yeah, my undergrad was in music education. I'll be going back for performance, but we'll see if it goes through.
I'm 5 feet tall.
So I'll just grab this top one. This red, someone asked me to solve the Maying. It's going to be kind of clicky and loud, so I apologize. But this is my red Maying. This is the dark red.
Oh, I see what's confusing. Your chair is really low and my stool's really high. He's like 9 inches taller than I am.
10.
You're like 10 inches taller than I am.
Okay, I'll do a quick solve. I'm sorry if the microphone's really loud. I'm not going to do too many solves in here just because it gets a little bit loud, but let me do red. I'll do a red cross on the red cube. Although I'm not timing myself, so I have no idea what this be. Although, oh man, it's so hard to look at this puzzle sometimes just because it's so hard to see the colors with the red outline. Or at least I'm not used to it. Okay. Let me put this back here.
The biggest type of saxophone? Really? You played the bass saxophone? Are you saying?
Or is it bari sax?
The bari sax. Well,
yeah.
I mean, the biggest saxophone is a bass saxophone. So when they say biggest sax, I'm an oboe player. So I'm a wind instrument player. I can play a little bit of all of the wind instruments. My least favorite to play is definitely the saxophone, but it's okay. I won't hold it against you.
Why didn't I go to Nats? I played a wedding yesterday, and I played a wedding before that. Actually, if you go to my Instagram, which is just Speedcube Review, I posted a picture. It was a circus-themed wedding yesterday, and I can confirm the juggler was not Sebastian Weir.
Favorite band? That's personal. That's too personal.
Oh, yeah.
Answer. The favorite band is?
Okay, tip for getting color neutral. On my color neutral video, I put 5 tips for getting color neutral. Just sort of a quick rundown of them if I can remember. The big thing is just to do it. I don't think, also avoid the cross color you normally do. I don't think you should do like a week of red and a week of blue and a week of green. No, that's because you're restricting learning other ones. My big thing is don't time inspections. Spend like a minute or two looking at each cross or kind of what could work. And that way you're working also on how you'd inspect it. And then that minute inspection might go down to 30 seconds, then down to 20, then below 15. And do which one works best. That way you're working on inspecting and you're working on the color, but just do it. I would say it took me about 3 months till I felt like I'm back to normal. About a month to get close to it. But it can be frustrating.
Howdy.
What's that?
Howdy.
It can be frustrating. Howdy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew exactly who that was. Hey, Casey.
Exactly. Howdy doody. I need to get a hat. We are going to there one day. Might not be this year. If you go back to school, probably can't do a big road trip. But we were going to, and then life change. Yeah.
A couple quick things. How do you improve in C5? Check my playlist called Feeling Stuck. That has like all my little tip things. And how to get faster at 4x4? Practice. I like using Hoya, but you can be under a minute with any of them. So that's sort of my general thing.
That's a popular question. They want us to do a duet. Do you want to sight read something? Not particularly. It's cramped.
Yeah.
Maybe next live stream.
Yeah,
okay?
we'll make some more room.
We'll actually set it up. And maybe this time I won't knock whatever it was I knocked over in the last one.
Yeah. So what do you play?
I'm an oboe player. I play the oboe.
Yeah.
It is a double reed instrument. It looks like a clarinet, but don't you dare call it a clarinet.
Oh,
it's not a clarinet.
It is TC Cubes asking it, though. Maybe I shouldn't.
What? Why? Oh, does that make you more likely to want to do the duet? How about we pick an instrument how about we do a recorder duet?
Oh, we're going to send them all
We have the
away.
alto. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, the cornet's over there, and then I have...
I mean, I've got my violin here, but that's about it.
My oboe's upstairs.
Okay, another time I'm going to not answer things. Volk M or GAN 356 Air M better? Neither is better. It's what you prefer. Although my GAN Air, I need to change springs again. Put the clear springs in. Liked it at first, but now I want to switch it back to yellow because it's almost too snappy. Can I do a setup tour? Okay, here's the funny thing. Setup is different almost every time. I sometimes use like a really nice camera. I sometimes use a webcam. I sometimes use a phone.
I'm gonna take a picture to show you guys what it looks like from my point of view.
I've got a couple microphones. I've got my H4n I used for a long time, but I've got this one here, which is blue raspberry. Like, so yeah, setup is just point a camera. I don't have anything super set.
I think you should go to a competition, even if you think you're too slow. Even if you just go there to watch everybody else and to get to know people.
Mm-hmm.
They're so friendly. Like every time I go to a competition, I don't actually compete. Like I've been a runner before, but I love talking to all the people who were there. It's a really special event and it's social and you get to see people who everybody has the same interests all in the same room. It's a really fun experience. You should go.
Yeah, I actually, true story. On Friday, I had a wedding in Ann Arbor, and I posted of me next to the world's largest freestanding Rubik's Cube at University of Michigan, because I actually hadn't seen it, so I made a pit stop there. And there was someone there who was able to solve a cube, and I was like, "Hey, have you been to any of the competitions?" And he goes, "Oh no, I'm barely under a minute." I'm like, "That's great. Show up." And so I had to talk to him about, there's people there that are sometimes almost 2 minutes, and everyone's encouraging. No one is like upset that someone's there who is slower at solving the cube. Almost everyone there is there just to like mingle and have fun, and no one's there really to compete.
I've never seen a mean person there. I mean, the competitors are super nice. The people who run, at least our people who run the program, are really, really nice. And I go and I hang out with, typically the moms who are there and just have a good time.
Yeah. Oh, the 2x2x3, everyone's been talking about that. This is one, I'm not going to give it away here because I don't really know how to exactly do the giveaway with the live stream, but it'll be either on one of the podcasts somewhere. I don't know how much it's going to cost. It's a small puzzle, so I can't imagine it's going to be probably under $10. And when it'll be released? Soon. I know some Chinese stores already have it. So if they have it, it's going to be in the U.S. stores within probably a couple weeks, if not within the week. I'm sure there's a really big delay in the stores right now because they're all focusing on nets and stuff like that.
I'm sorry your cube got stolen. That's sad. That has not been a thing that I could really imagine happening at the competitions I went to. Actually, everybody was super duper nice and, would use the cube and then put it back if they didn't. Sorry that happened to you.
What is it? Oh yeah, someone asked about is Light Take reliable? Both Light Take and CubeZZ I've used before. They're reliable, but one time or twice I got like a cube within a couple weeks, but most time it was like 2 months. So since I'm in the US, I pretty much never buy from them anymore unless I need something that's really obscure that other people don't have. So yeah, it's reliable, but usually shipping takes a long time. You're like the GTS2. It's literally what I used at the last competition. It was this one. It's my magnetic one.
Sorry, I wanted to share the picture.
What 2x2, 3x3, 4x4? So Cremos? I don't know how to pronounce that. What 2x2, 4x4 would I recommend for beginner cube? I don't think there's a such thing as beginner cube, honestly. If you really don't know, you can get like the cubing classroom set or get the Qi ones. So like the Qi D is the 2x2 and things like that. And those are just cheaper ones that work great. But honestly, if you really want a GAN get a GAN Like you're not going to be, or if you want to pay for like a magnetic cosmic WAPO, get that. It really what I was going to make you practice most.
I was just laughing. No, I never get annoyed with the sounds that Sean makes cubing. The thing that I think is really funny is Sean is always afraid that I'm getting annoyed with his cubing sounds, which they're tiny. I actually really like them. When I went to the competition, I recorded hundreds of people making cubing sounds. It's just really calm and peaceful. And by the way, we are not throwing anything at the camera. Anybody who's actually dropped a mic has never had to buy a mic. And then lastly, we are musicians, and that's how we make our money.
So first, Cubing Burger, check the description. And yeah, Casey, Twisty Text. So the ones I put in the Yushin Blue, they're the 3x1.5 and 42, and I don't have the cube with me in front of me, but I doubled the corners because I didn't realize you didn't have to do that. So I used, what was it? I used a lot of magnets. It was like 140.
It was a lot of magnets.
400, something like that. But anyways, yeah, I used that. It's okay. I think next time I magnetize a 4x4, I'm going to use stronger internals. So I've got 3x1.5 N50s. Hopefully they're not too strong. I'm just going to use the N35 4x2s that I used in the whoosh way. And we'll see about if I get the mini thunderclap. I'm wondering if that's going to be nice. But it's going to be what?
Mini clap. I'm not funny. I have the best dad jokes. Your favorite lube?
I don't. They're all different. I mean, I just put these away in here, but it depends on what you need it for. If you need Maru to, do any sort of speeding up, doesn't always do that, depending on how the cube is. Cosmic ones are pretty nice because they're kind of a good all around.
J Unicorn or Junicorn, we love you too.
I think people forget that lubrication is not like a set thing. If you do something and then it's good, and cubes don't need lubrication. You're just altering it to be how you want it to feel. So I don't know, there's no best.
Oh, so somebody just put an algorithm for you to do right now. It's like another language to me when you guys do the algorithms.
Wait, I'm missing something. Oh, will Speed Cube Shop release? I don't know what they're going to release. I am not them. I don't think they've had a lot of ask for it, but
Sean's other hobbies include playing with the dogs, disc golfing, playing violin.
Have I ever organized a competition? I have not. I've thought about it and I've looked into it. It's so much more work than I thought. So that'll probably never happen. Is the Cosmic Volt good? Yeah, I don't really do square one. So I brought it to a competition. It was super slow because it hadn't been broken in, so I couldn't really get a good feel of it. But everyone thought it felt really nice.
WD-40, can it be used?
No, they make a silicone spray which I've never tried, but just regular WD-40, no, it'll actually eat away at the plastic.
I feel like I knew that, which is very strange. I don't know anything. Sloth decal.
Oh, Twisty Text. So you used 3x1.5 N52. I'm guessing though you're talking about the internal. Was it too strong or was it okay? Let me know.
You can send us a link to a sloth decal, and we might actually put it up because Sean really does like sloths. It's true. It's very true.
What do I think about Instagram cubing accounts? They're a thing. What do I do during a living? We actually just said that. I teach music. I teach violin lessons, viola lessons. I play at weddings and gigs. I DJ, although that's kind of phasing out within the next couple of years, probably.
I work in a music store. I teach oboe lessons. I teach kinder music, which is music for very small children. And then we go and we do weddings and gigs and things like that too. The most interesting event to me, I like the weird ones. Well, okay. I like the ones that are a little bit more obscure, like the blind solve. That's ridiculous. That is so outside of what I think I'd ever be capable of doing. I would be happy to solve one cube. My problem is sitting down and doing that. Just to me, it's just tough. I have a lot of other hobbies that I really love to do. So cubing is not one of them. I love participating in the community and in the events because I love all you people. But I don't really know. Like if I solved one cube, you would all hear about it, but I wouldn't participate. I think the foot solving one, okay, I've heard the foot solving one, people complain about it and they think it's silly. I think it's pretty cool because we have these opposable thumbs and your thumbs on your feet are not opposable, but people can still do that. That's amazing. That's totally awesome. I would like to see that. I think underwater cube solving should be a thing.
That sounds dangerous.
I think it would be. Yeah, it might be dangerous. It would be cool,
Okay, Keeping Burger, you've been asking if you should buy a GAN core that's stripped. They're cheap. They're not $14. I mean, with shipping, you might be able to just go to Because places like CubeCZ have free shipping, but I don't know. I wouldn't just toss out a cube because the core got stripped.
We probably can't make it to a competition because we have gigs lined up over a year in advance.
Yeah, I've got weddings in 2018 I've already booked, so that's like, if the competition's that day, I've got that already booked. If you're using a Zanchi and your fingers get black when you take it apart, it's probably old lubrication that's been like gunked up and dirty, so just clean that out.
Anonymous, you missed my awesome joke earlier. I don't want to do it again. He probably won't do it again.
How long have I been blind solving? I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. I guess take my blind tutorial and minus like half a year.
We live in the state that looks like a mitten. Well, from your point of view, it'd be like this. There's your hint. Figure it out.
Well, let me make a review of the I don't know how to pronounce it actually. Probably nothing more than I already did, unless I do a mega comparison.
Yes, draw a sloth for him. Definitely draw a sloth for him.
My computer's freezing.
It's okay. No, wait, that's not okay, is it?
Is it freezing like completely?
Hey, live chat. Is it frozen?
I'm just gonna go to the